Scorpio, hi, welcome to my channel. So today we have a reading for you, no particular subject. We're going to do my version of a Celtic cross. At the end there will be an opportunity for an extended where we'll dive in deeper. You can watch this for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North Node or Vertex, or if any of those planets are currently transiting your 8th house, this could be for you. Thank you, however you support the channel, very much appreciated. Cross watchers, you are more than welcome. Message may well be for you. All information is in the description box below. Just hit the more button. Okay, Scorpio, I feel like this is going to be an emotional up and down reading. How that plays out in your life, I'm not too sure. But there was like this, in your pre-shuffle, the darker aspects of the music was Annie Lennox, Song for the Vampire, you know, and that's kind of like the dark aspects of love and it's a, you know, eternal love as well. It's a love that goes beyond the physical into beyond death. But it was like, you know, old monsters die hard. So whether you've been dragged emotionally into something, because your next song immediately straight afterwards was George Michael, Turn a Different Corner, and we never would have met. So it's like this intensity, then away from it, intensity, and away from it. So it feels like an emotional up and down. Like I said, this doesn't have to be about another person. It could just be a month full of roller coaster type of energies. Hierophant and the Three of Swords, that's your 7th house, Taurus energy, and Three of Swords is pain and frustration. So this could well be relationship related. It doesn't have to be, but yeah, interesting. One more. Scorpio, what the hell is going on? We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of fire, of passion. Okay, I'm seeing Inanna. The return of Inanna. Okay, so Inanna is in the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians. She talks of believing in yourself. I will read the additional meanings. I'm not going to dive too much into it. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Inanna. Believe in yourself, trust in your dreams and abilities, let self-doubt fall away. Additional meanings, use healing affirmations to reprogram negative or self-critical thoughts. There's that up and down, you know, like feeling good, feeling terrible, talking positive, talking negatively. Take daily action steps in the direction of your dreams. Shamanic journeying will benefit you. Use grounding techniques such as conscious breathing and root chakra meditation. Your invocation, I can do it, I'm worthy of creating my dreams. So something is, like I say, it seems up and down here. Crossing you. Root of the matter. Yep. Recent past. What you want. What's coming in. How you see yourself. How others see you. Advice. And potential outcome. Lots of major arcana. Wow. Okay. Okay, you need to really pay attention to the energies at play for you. Can it be relationships? Definitely the Hierophant's in your outcome, so that's your 7th house, like I say. I'm more getting the energy of just, it feels like the South Node is the aspect here. We've got the Hermit, we've got the Hangman, and we've got the Moon here. There's the nodes, and we've got the lunar eclipses and the solar eclipses happening this month. The total lunar eclipse is happening in like what day are we on? 3 days. And it's the first total lunar eclipse since like 2022. So there could be a big emphasis around what happened in 2022. Not that that's connected to that Pisces and Hangman aspect, Pisces and Virgo aspect, but there's a need to really look at South Node things, because how others see you is the Hermit. Now the Hermit is the teacher, yes, it's the spiritual path, it's seeking knowledge, going within, maybe feeling a little bit detached or isolated in some format. But there's an emphasis here of just like I said, South Node, crossing position, Hangman, Pisces. That's the North Node. So we'll put that in the crossing. Let's concentrate on the South. Now the South is what we've mastered, what we need to recognize. Do we need to continue it? It's also a very karmic energy, is South Node, and there's things in your life you're being asked to recognize what it is. It could be habits. It could be this up and down energy, feeling positive, feeling negative, elated, depressed. And as the fluctuation is too much and the needs of maintenance. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So let's look at South Node for you. Is Virgo. Pisces rules your 5th house of romance, creativity, children. That means the Hermit is in your 11th house, your hopes, dreams, wishes, and your friendship groups. So siblings, things like that. What's not working? What energy is not working? Because there's going to be a rush of energy that comes. With the crossing position being the hanged one is Neptunian. Now, Neptune has quite a number of herbs attached to it, but one in particular is cannabis, which is detachment. Now, detachment is experiencing our feelings without allowing them to control us. And there's something that's controlling you, and it feels like it's something to do with your feelings or emotions or reactions. And the idea is really just to accept, detach from others' choices as well, because this could be external, and ultimately being in the world but not of it. We have the Chariot. Okay. Cancerian energy. Your advice, actually, I'm jumping ahead, is the Devil, which is opposites. Now, the Devil for you rules the... what does the Devil rule? Your 3rd house. Your, again, friendship groups, siblings, local community. And then the Chariot is obviously the 9th house of your spirituality, your growth. Something feels frustrating and it's affecting your vibration. So if this isn't anything to do with other people, say this is, the Devil is Capricorn. Capricorn rules the 10th house of career. If this is career, this is like seeing a bit of movement, then nothing. Like, nothing happening. And it's like you're being asked to visualize the Fibonacci spiral, because your growth is going like this. It will eventually get larger and larger and larger, but there's this how you react to stagnancy, and it's this bit. It's these little tiny circles where you've just seen a little bit of increase and maybe a bit of a loss. So whether this is, if you work for yourself, the Devil is very much works for themselves. This could be just not seeing the business take off, or not seeing the rewards for the work that you put in, and then immediately there's this oh god, emotional drop. It's very, very interesting. So we've got the crossing of the Hanged Man. Root of the matter is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is anxiety. The 9 of Swords tends to be worried about other people as well, or worried about another thing. Because let's face it, this is never... if there's anxiety at play, anxiety is only fear of the future. It's just fear, or fear of the unknown. And the universe is trying to get you to be in your superpower. Your superpower is death. Your superpower is the 8th house. Your superpower is transformation, complete trust in darkness, and complete trust in the mystery of the occult, of the astrology. You know, this could be, if you see 303 a lot, somebody's seen 303, and it's basically saying trust the astrology. You know, everything kind of comes at the certain time. Recent past is the 6 of Swords, and again, this is what I mean by the 6 of Swords is we broke over the waves, now we're into calmer waters, but then bang, we're back to the 9 of Swords. And there's something that you hold onto to the past that's pushing you towards this. When I say holding on to the past, it's repetitive things. How do we react when things don't go our way? You know, do we panic? Do we immediately seek to change something, or do we just go down a spiral? Whatever it is, because the whole idea of the 6 of Swords is you get to the other side, you leave the 5 swords in your boat, and you just take the Ace of Swords. When you do that, you're starting again. So you're at the Ace of Swords, then the 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and that's kind of the energy of life. If you were to just let everything stay in the boat and carry on with the 6 of Swords, then you see the 7 of Swords, which can be self-sabotage, then the 8 of Swords, where you're stuck in your head, you're overthinking, then the 9 of Swords, which is causing severe anxiety, then the 10 of Swords, done. And it's like you're being asked to find that balance between the just leaving the 5 of Swords in the boat. If you leave the 5 swords in the boat, chances are you don't have to go through the 2, 3 and 4 again, because you've learned the lessons of the 5 of Swords, which is anger, frustration, resentment, energy that builds up around the liver and the kidneys, can affect the urinary system, reproductive system, even as far as your endocrine system. All are affected by these emotions that are not dealt with. What you want is the Knight of Swords. You want answers, and you want answers yesterday. So there's something that is, you want the sun to appear through the clouds. You want to beat through this confusion or this pattern. What's coming in is the moon. So it's this similar. Something similar came up in one of the other readings. It could have been in an extended, so forgive me. But it was the Bruce Almighty, when the character's wife is talking to Morgan Freeman, who's the god, and it was like something, the words were something like, if somebody asks God for courage, do you think he just makes them courageous, or does he give them the opportunity to be courageous? And there's kind of a similar thing going on here. It's like, you want to overcome this. You can't just overcome it. You've got to overcome it. So you're gonna be put in a situation where you have to deal with it through that type of detachment that we spoke of earlier. How you see yourself is the Empress. Fantastic. You see yourself in a highlight. You see yourself as abundant. You see yourself as divine feminine. Again, don't kick up in genders. You are water, so you're naturally feminine energy, regardless of sex. So there's this knowing that you are deserving of the abundance. How others see you, like I say, is the Hermit. Your advice is the Devil. Now, the Hermit and the Devil is cancelled plans. It can be cancelled plans. It's my combination for cancelled plans. So what happens when people cancel on you? What happens when things fall through? What is your go-to reaction? Because there's something that affects your frequency. Like I said, this is an emotional roller coaster, is this reading. It's a good one eventually. But like I say, if you ask God to, again, and whoever you connect with, if you ask God to, I want to overcome whatever this devil represents, like I say, this could be just spiraling, this could be overthinking, this could be diving into, the song Annie Lennox with Song for a Vampire is your go-to, immediately putting on sad songs, You know, that's a frequency effector as well. As much as there's some beautiful, hauntingly songs out there, essentially, that, you know, as a frequency, it's going to do something to you. So the whole process of this is a reaction. Your outcome's fantastic. We have the Star card, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. So you get that joy, you get that healing within your relationship sector as well. And there's also a little nod here to say, how much have you learned in your relationships over the last, we'll call it 7 years, because we've got Uranus in Taurus there, which has been for 7 years. It's moved into Gemini. However, it's retrograding back now, and it will be back into Taurus in a little while. November. Let's give correct advice, Gareth. Uranus in Taurus. Where are we? Back to Taurus in November the 7th, yeah. So November 7th is when it's back in your 7th house. Uranus going, right, let's change things. Let's bring the Tower, because the Tower is needed for here. This is Mars in Pisces, so the Tower hits the Hangman, crossing is the Hangman. And then we've got here, the Tower hits the Lovers, Gemini energy, where it currently is. So it's currently in your 8th house. 8th house is intimacy, it's jealousy, it's possessiveness, it's Song for a Vampire. Very, very, you know, deep. So let's check out the Tower, let's check out the Lovers, and I want to see where the 9 of Pentacles is as well, because that's what you're shedding here. Hermit in the Empress, Venus in Virgo. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Lovers is with the World and the Wheel of Fortune. And again, it's putting an end to the 8 of Swords. It's splitting the 8 of Swords apart. That's Jupiter in Gemini, 8 of Swords, where we're overthinking, where, you know, we catastrophize, whatever it is, but the world's putting an end to it. So there's a big shift that's taking place for you, but it's highlighting something here. Like I say, if this isn't anything to do with connections and romance and stuff, it's how you deal with change. You know, this could be like, say for example, you work in a business, whatever, it could be corporate, it could be anything, and there's rumors of job losses, there's rumors of all these things, and immediately crash, it's me, I'm going, that type of thing. It's like, you know, we don't know, there's no evidence to suggest it's you, but there's a reaction. So there's something around those type of things that you're saying. Detachment is, like I say, it's not letting those fleeting emotions that come control. Okay. Yeah, look at that, perfect. The Tower is with you guys, Death and the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups on the other side of you. So perfect. This is completely necessary. Whatever this is completely necessary to free you. 5 and 7 of Swords, what we just spoke about. We leave the 5 swords behind so we don't continue to the 7. And that's what stops the devil. Jupiter in Capricorn, Wheel of Fortune meets the devil. Splendid. 9 of Pentacles is with the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is Moon in Libra, which is a win-win outcomist forecast, and a new romantic cycle begins. It's also your 12th house. So there's a lot of energy here that's happening behind the scenes. Jupiter in Pisces, so that's, again, think about the Wheel of Fortune in the 12th house, that type of thing, where it's beneficial, but a lot of it's hidden. It's happening in the subconscious level, it's happening in your psychic abilities, it's happening in your spiritual abilities of all kinds. And it's like, you're gonna come out the other side of this absolutely amazingly. Your final card is the 8 of Wands. Life moves quickly afterwards, but like I say, your job right now is to recognize what this is, what this immediate energy shift, emotional roller coaster. Is it people? Do we give our power away? Is it reactions to something that has no, ultimately no grip in current reality? Moon and the Hangman's very out there. Do we panic at cancelled plans? The answer is we shouldn't. We should think, oh, okay, then something better is coming along, or okay, that's cancelled. That means I have to just pause and think about another aspect. Okay? Enjoy your emotional roller coaster. In your extended, I want to see where the... Oh, interesting. Okay, we're going to be tapping into... Is it Mebahel? Yes, Mebahel. There's something that is affecting you. Let me just give you a quick distortion rundown. Mebahel, Z14, yeah. So the comment is helping yourself at the same time. Distortions, difficultly committing oneself, disengagement, withdrawal, renegades on, does not keep promises, helps others either too much or not enough, feeling of being disliked, ill-loved or rejected, problems with truth and justice, lies, false testimony, slander. Again, this could be it, like worried about what somebody thinks of you. Who gives a beep, beep, beep. Yeah, so we're gonna take a look at what this, what the emotional up and down is. We'll just kind of dive in deeper. We have Pisces, Mars in Gemini, Mercury in Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, Mars in Pisces, Cancer, Saturn in Sagittarius, Jupiter in, again, Jupiter in Gemini is next to you. The Seven of Cups is Venus in Scorpio, so the Empress meets death. And again, we've got that overthinking, overanalyzing aspect. Wands, Swords, Cups, Pentacles. Everyone's here. Those are your standouts. Let me know. Take care. See you soon.